Hi, everyone, and welcome to Dragonfly Crystals. And we're here again with another fabulous Akashic Record readings show with the wonderful Starfish Jennie and Cheri. Oh, let me shut my iPad off. Cheri Trancing with Spirit and Juno of Juno Sphere. Thank you, ladies, for being here again. I'm so excited because you guys are fabulous, fabulous readers. And I just want to say at the top of the show, thank you all for joining us. And we're going to try something a little new today, and we're going to try and pick people out of the chat who have questions who have not gotten an Akashic reading before, so that they can experience it as well. And we'll move down through the chat and pick people out, but then we'll go back through, and if we get everyone new, then we can move on to those who have been here before. And if we get questions that we don't normally hear, we'll definitely go for those too. So people who may donate, will still give priority to those people who are new in the chat who haven't had the Akashic Record reading, so they can experience it. And so we just want to take a few moments to say a prayer of protection and get ourselves in the same space. So with that in mind, we're going to ask you all to take a deep breath in and hold it for a few beats at the top, and exhale slowly out of the mouth. And we'll do this 2 more times. A deep breath in, holding at the top, and exhaling through the mouth. And one last time, inhaling deeply through the nose, hold at the top, and exhale through the mouth. And we are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us, and we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic Record masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our highest good and the highest good of humanity. Thank you. And so with that having been said, we're going to open the records of everyone who is here in the chat. And also this will stand for all of those who come in while we're doing this show. And before I open the key, I want everyone to know that these energies are very powerful energies. And it is for every single person here who is going to receive this energy while sitting here, while the readers access the Akashic field. It is a field of pure divine love and divine source energy. It's very healing and magnificent and uplifting. So we open ourselves to the light. And with this light, we open ourselves to the truth. And with this light, we open ourselves to our soul's purpose. And with this light, we open ourselves to be guided toward our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. And so everyone here in the chat that comes in and is here now is given the truth to best serve him or her on her healing journey into the love and acceptance that is most beneficial for him or her in this moment. And with this light and guidance, we unlock the energy fields of all who are here inside this group of people, and those who come in, and those who listen later when it's being replayed. So we now open the records for all who are here. Thank you. So with that in mind, I'm going to look through the chat and see if I'm not so good about picking out the new ones, because all of you are new. You aren't new. I can't remember who's had a reading or not. Um, uh, I've got a little frog in my throat. I'm going down to the bottom. Um, I have one here that I think Garnet is somebody who hasn't had a reading, but it's pretty broad. And let me just say that if the Akashic Records is an extremely big everything you could ever know in the universe and multiverse. So if you're asking for an Akashic reading, you want to ask, it's better if you get more specific. What is my spiritual plan? What is my life path? How am I doing spiritually? What are my gifts? Something like that. Or, what was I, what in my life now is um, XYZ is being affected by a past life. For
Or what challenges that
Yeah,
I'm
challenges that you're
experiencing.
facing, you might want to look at what that past life is. And once you hear the answer, it will heal you and you will clear that. So it's very impactful to try and pick obstacles or things that you are facing in this lifetime. So with that said, Garnet, do you want to narrow that in a little? Um, Not just the Akashic reading, but you know, maybe narrow it into what you want to focus on, like a particular thing you want to work on. Well, we can always come back to Garnet because I'm waiting for Garnet's response. So let's see, who haven't we done? This is a little hard. Um, okay, so Jet Law. Again, Jet, if you could narrow that down, do you want to hear about a particular lifetime related to something that's happening with you now? Do you feel blocked in your, you know, spiritual work, in your career, or with your relationships? What is it that you want to know about that could help you now? That is what we need to narrow down just a little bit. So so, Jet, if you could define that a little bit. And Garnet wants a love reading. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Randy.
Okay,
Okay, I
really?
didn't catch that. So, okay. So we're going back up, and Garnet is wanting love, wanting to know about love, Jenny.
Well, first thing I hear, you're surrounded by love. You are absolutely surrounded by love. Open yourself up and let it in. Wow. Wow. So maybe you're holding back a little bit, closing off a little bit. Um, give me a sec. I get the feeling that you're surrounded by family love and but you could open yourself up more um, to let it in. Also, if it's also about self love. So coming to Earth is the whole point of coming to Earth is learn how to love and be loved. That's the whole point of it. So, um, but in doing so, the most important thing is to love yourself. So if you're uh, not loving yourself at the moment, do like look in the mirror every single day and say, I love you, I love you, I love you, and just keep on. At first, you might start like feel upset or start crying or something, but the more you do it, then you're going to get to this place where you really do love yourself. That really is the most important thing, is to love yourself. And maybe you've had some challenges where you didn't think you were worthy of love, but everyone is worthy of love. Every human, we are all worthy of love. So do the mirror thing, and maybe so you can connect to your Akashic Records masters every day and ask them, like, what do I need to know today? And they'll tell you if you do that. But the most important thing is like loving yourself. And when you feel that love for yourself, then you can push it outward. And in doing so, you're going to attract love in. So, in feeling great about yourself and being proud of yourself, being proud of what you do, like even if you let somebody get in front of you in traffic, be proud of that. Be proud of every good thing that you do. And feel good about yourself. And then the more you love yourself, the more you're going to send love out, and then you're going to get love back in. And it is coming. You do have love coming. It is coming, and I feel like it's almost around the corner. So I hate to put a time on it. The spring of next year, it's almost like you're going to walk around the corner and then you're going to go, boom, there it is. There's the person. But do your work first. And we all have to do work. We've all done a lot of work. We didn't like some of us didn't like our parents. There's a lot of work to be done. But if you do the work, and just all you have to do is look in the mirror every day and say, I love you. I love you and appreciate you. And you are a wonderful human being. And then the more you do that, then you're going to attract that love into you. And you want somebody in your life that's going to love and appreciate you. And so you have to love and appreciate yourself. That's it.
That was beautiful. Beautiful. And Randy was just saying that Garnet said earlier they're a bit of a hermit. And then Garnet said, I never found my life partner. So everything that you said was just from the Akashic Record Masters was just perfect for Garnet. So thank you so much for that, Jenny. And Garnet, please.
Yeah, and come back.
We're waiting for you.
Come back to other shows, come back to the other people's shows,
Absolutely.
It's nice to see you here. I've never seen you in any chat, so welcome, welcome, welcome.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Jetla, they zeroed in on what they wanted. Let's see, I have it down here. Something from a life in Canada. Have I resolved this? And that would be, I guess we're going to Juno. We'll just go down and around. I like to make things weird. Juno gets
that way.
Juno gets the hard ones.
Okay, sorry. Hi, Jed. Thanks for your question, and thanks for joining us tonight. Let me give me a moment to tune in. I spent my summers personally in Canada when I was growing up, so Canada is near and dear to my heart. Well, this just seems corny. So, but they, sometimes you just got to go with it, and we'll see what happens. But I'm getting that Royal Canadian Mounted Police and Dudley Do Right and Snidely Whiplash scene for some reason, and they'll tied to the tracks.
Love that.
And I know that just seems so cliche, but they're showing me that over and over. I don't know if you had something to do with the railroad. I'm not really sure. And then, looking at it as a metaphor, in this past life, was there somebody who you either purposely or inadvertently put their lives in danger? And they're saying in this life, you want to come back as the Dudley Do Right. You want to make it right, whatever it was that happened in this past life. You're wanting to be able to turn things around by mounting up, they said. Because when you get up on a horse, you're higher, and you have it's a ways of transportation, so it will get you there. So they're saying if this is accurate and this is something that you wish to do, that they can help you with this. They're asking you to tune in spiritually, through meditation or through a journey, that you too can access this past life, whatever the circumstance, whether what's been said here is correct or not. That the point of it all is, and the reason that you've had this come up goes back to what Jennie was saying also, that you have the ability, the real healing and all those things. It's really up to you. It's up to you to allow it. And if you feel that you've done some wrong in this past life to someone, forgive yourself, forgive your past life self, forgive everyone that was involved. And this will really set your soul free. And it's going to remove a big obstacle that you've had. And all you have to do is say, I apologize, and I forgive you, I forgive myself, and I love myself, and I'm going to move forward in the highest possible manner. That's the end of their message. Thank you. I hope that's helpful.
Thank you, Juno, and thank you, Jetla, for that question. And let's see, Create Love has a question about a career. What are my gifts? And will my career change in 2024, Cheri?
Okay.
Oops. Tried to drag my questions down, but I guess they don't drag. Oh.
It feels like your career's a little status quo. You have some decisions to make, they said, on what exactly you want in a career. There's some indecision. And so you have many avenues that you can take. But you need to be more clear with yourself on what exactly you want from your career. And that you have the chance to do whatever you want to do if you put your mind to it, Once you make that your decision and put the effort into it, you'll be successful. But you have to not be wishy-washy about it. Don't do it for someone else. Don't do it because, don't do it for whatever. Do what you want to do, and you'll have success. You're not really going to be happy unless you make the decision to do what you truly want to do. And that might take you a little bit of time for you to really weed out with what you truly want out of your career and out of your life. But take the time that you need to decide what you truly want and then go for that. Follow your dream. But they feel that you need to take the time to really make sure you're doing what you want to do. Like, weigh out your options. Do the whole, they said live in the decision before you make the decision for if you're going to change your career. And as far as gifts, it might take a little while, I think, for your gifts to kind of, I feel you have a really strong intuition. You have a good gut feeling. And that's what you kind of need to work on right now. You're to get in tune to yourself and really learn how to communicate with spirit, get in tune to yourself, get in tune to how when spirit talks to you, when you have that gut intuition, learn to listen to yourself. And as you work on that inner work and yourself, the rest of your gifts will start to come out and unfold. But that's what you really need to do, is just kind of work with yourself. Look for the symmetry and things, look for the signs, look for the things that give you validation. And then when you get that, that's going to give you more confidence and you're going to move forward. And then things will just start opening up for you. But good luck.
Thank you very much, Cheri. And thank you, Create Love, for that question. And then the next question we're going to go to is Jan's Free for Jennie. What is my life path?
I'm getting animals. So that was the first thing I got. I'm getting up, I'm not sure this is correct, but I'm getting that you chose to come here to help and take care of animals. And that's your life path. That was your chosen life path. And that's really specific. And usually, the life path is a little bit wider. So do you have an affinity for animals? Do you have animals? Do you care about animals? I'd like to hear that in the chat. Because that's what I'm getting. Like, and it could be, it doesn't have to be like, it could be that you're just sending out love to all the animals in the world. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm getting. And I just have to listen to what they give me.
She's saying, yes, I have animals and I volunteer at a shelter.
There you go.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That was your life plan, was to come here and help animals.
Ooh, I'm getting the chills.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
You got to listen to what they say. I'm like,
Yes, you really do.
specific.
Mhm.
Wow, that was
So
beautiful.
that's your life plan. So just keep on doing it. Just keep on doing it.
Okay,
Let
that's
me
beautiful.
get something else.
Wow,
Hold on.
very nice. So, thank you for that, Jenny. And Jansfree, thank you for your question. That was wonderful. And Liz, for Juno, would love to know if I have any spiritual gifts which I need to work on in this lifetime.
Hi, Liz. Thanks for your question. Let's see what we can find out. They're saying silly question. Everyone does. But it's not a Pandora's box. That's not the right analogy. It's more like the clown car. So, you see one clown come out and you think, that's great. Wow, look at that clown. Look at what I can do with, you're going to discover, if you haven't already, one gift. And then just when you fully take in that gift, the idea of that clown, and check out, what's that clown all about? Has he got a big red nose? Has he got floppy shoes? He's a hobo. What is he? Then you'd see another clown comes out of the car, and you're going to just see over time, you have so many gifts, you're just going to see clown after clown coming out of this car, and each one, they've got a gift wrapped up for you in a package, and each one is one of your spiritual gifts. So your job is to untie the bow. They're saying find the keys. I know that those two things don't quite go together, but they're saying find the keys to untie the bow to each package. The bow on each package is not simple, which is meaning that to put the effort in, put the focus in. So the more that you work on your gifts, the more clowns are going to come out of that never-ending clown car. So, yeah, it's going to bring you a lot of joy, and you're going to bring a lot of joy to a lot of people. So have fun with that.
So Val gets like the chills. I want to just like cry. That was so right. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Oh man, that the imagery of that, Juno, is just so. It just gives me the giggles. At the same time, it's exciting and wonderful to know that so many gifts are going to be springing forth. So,
but they take effort. They come with enjoyment, but effort. There's a lot of good messages in there, and you think about the music that goes on. You think of the circus, and all the different and the surprises. That's the other thing they're saying, surprises, and they're saying ask for a happy surprise every day.
That's giving me the chills. Yeah. I love that. Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah,
that is just beautiful. Okay, thank you so much, Juno and Liz. Thank you for that question. And the next question we have is from Barbara for Cheri, asking for my challenges of past lives that are affecting me now. Okay. Well, it would be better served probably if somehow, Barbara, you just told us what your challenges are, and we can look back at that challenge and see what past life it related to. That would be a much easier way to do it, but that's just me.
I heard one thing I heard right off the bat was indecisiveness.
Ooh.
You made a decision in a past life. I feel Britain, World War II. You made a decision during the Blitz, and you felt it wasn't the right one. So now you have a hard time making decisions because you made the wrong decision and something didn't go well.
You just gave me the big chills.
I see you running down the street, and all of a sudden you stop and your eyes just got wide. And there's something about the fact you made the decision that you made. And so now you're having a hard time making decisions because you're afraid you'll make the wrong one. But that wasn't necessarily the wrong decision in that life. It was meant to be. What happened was meant to happen. The decision you made was meant to be made. You were not meant to be there at the time. I feel like you lost your family and you were supposed to be there, but for some reason you made a decision and you weren't there. And you felt you should have been there with them. But that's the way it was supposed to be. And you shouldn't have any regrets over that or any feelings or whatever. But that's where your indecisiveness is coming from. You're afraid to make it because something bad will happen, when that's not the case.
Wow.
And yeah, you need to let that go. And are we doing the healing tonight again?
Yeah, we will be doing a healing for everyone. And Barbara, there'll be a healing that you'll receive from this is in the group setting, because, wow, this is so profound. Really, I felt it so deeply. Well, all of your readings have affected me because I hear the truth in it. And my psychic, my body reacts with chills. So yes, that will be one of the things that will be cleared tonight. So hang out for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
everybody stay in the chat till the end for the
yeah.
Right.
So you
But
get
yes, that is one thing that you could do. And I feel like, and this isn't a plug, but we all do the Akashic readings. You might benefit from getting one from somebody. There's so many of us now that are doing them that, just find someone that you resonate with. And I really think you'd benefit from a full reading and some major clearing.
Yeah, that is just, this
Good
was,
luck to you on that one. But just remember, it was meant to happen the way it was.
wow, that was profound. Thank you so much, Cheri. And thank you, Barbara, for that powerful question. And for Jennie, we have Cheryl. I would love to have an Akashic reading. What gifts and skills do I have that I can implement in a new career path? Thanks.
So I don't. So I got it right away, but I don't know the words for it. It's I don't know the words for it. It's darn. It's like working with computers and in design and drawing.
Like a
Cheri,
like drafting or
Cheri does it.
technical
Cheri does it.
architect or
Cheri does it. Like,
Computer graphics.
yes, that's the word. Thank you very much. So I got right away computer graphics, and I don't know. That's what I got. Like, so do you do that? Can you do that? Are you creative? So it's definitely creative. artistic, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that. I mean, it could be painting, but it's a creative, artistic path endeavor. So, can I have some feedback? Do you have feedback on that?
Not yet. Cheryl, do you have any feedback on that?
It's definitely artistic. You could even, if you wanted to go in a more spiritual path, you could draw angels. You could get readings for, do a reading on a person and then draw their angels and what's around them. But it has to do with art and creativity.
Oh, here she says, she's on my channel. I see her here. I'm sorry to interrupt. She says, I've been considering graphics arts, that among other things. Oh, you guys are so amazing. It blows my mind.
Because when it came right away, and then I was like, okay, that's what Cheri does, and I don't really know what you call that.
Ladies blow my mind.
Oh my goodness. So yeah. So yes, and yes. I mean,
Wow. I mean, I'm just wow.
Is there? Yeah.
Okay. So, anything else on that? Or
I mean, if you wanted to do it, spiritually, like I said, you could, connect with people and draw their angels or draw their aura, but I definitely got computer graphic arts, and that was the first thing that came up, and they answer quickly. Mm-hmm. So I was just surprised at that. I'm like,
well, there you are.
That's it. Go there.
Thank you so much, Jenny. And thank you, Cheryl. Wow. Okay. So Linnea is asking Juno how to get through the fear on my spiritual path. I guess there's that fear mind that can come into play and tackling that.
Hi, Linnea. Thanks for your question. I think this is something everyone goes through, really. Mm-hmm. And on a Juno level, I can tell you through Jin Shin Jitsu, the way to harmonize fear is to hold your index finger. Either one of them. You can hold it gently. You can get in here and you can detail and feel, I get into every knuckle. You can go, either finger. But this is really helpful to, you can do this if you're meditating or you're watching TV or, sitting at a stoplight or whatever. Even if you're not feeling fear at that time, it's going to help harmonize it in your system. And the effects of doing this are cumulative. So if you're having a hard time tuning in and, there's a lot of old records, old tapes that go on in our heads about how we've been maybe taught religiously or something about then following the spiritual path. And it's okay. It's okay to let go of that because the true religions really are spiritual at heart. So you're not doing anything blasphemous. There's nothing to fear. You're just stepping into your own power by doing this. And I really applaud you that you can acknowledge that fear is a barrier for you, because that's the first step in getting past it. And it's a hard one to admit. It's got a lot of, there's a lot of stigma that can be attached to admitting something and being vulnerable. But just the fact that you're telling me how powerful you are by being able to admit that, and you're also stating that you wish to progress on your spiritual path. So you're really highly encouraged to do so. This is such a wonderful community here. I know it's brought together and enhanced the lives of so many different ones of us, whether we have a YouTube channel or we're in the chat or we just view and never participate, and build on that. We've all had our dose of fear to get out here and do what we're doing. And now we're kind of amazed at ourselves that we're doing this, and I think we're helping other people. That's our whole point. And I feel with you that is your true heart's desire, is to do this in order to help others. But you know the old saying, in order to help others, you got to help yourself first. So let's work with you and get past the fear.
Mm-hmm.
And as Cheri said earlier about, you know, there's another person. I mean, everyone could benefit from a reading, and I'm not pushing mine or anyone else's either. But if you're feeling this kind of a way, you've identified that this is a block for you, having an Akashic reading is one way to help you get past at least part of, you know, some of the layers of those blocks. But you can get there. I highly encourage you, and I really applaud you. Like I said, very brave of you to say that out loud. And you're here to receive a lot of support from this whole community. So hold those index fingers and be fearless. You know, take if it's Wonder Woman, they're showing me like Wonder Woman or any of those like really you know, fearless women. Just know how powerful you are and own it. It'll change your life once you do. Thank you, Lene.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Juno, and thank you, Linnea. So Leah is asking Cheri if she'll get a piece of land to build on in this lifetime.
Okay. Yes, you will. I think it feels like the opportunity is going to come up this next year in 2024. If you want it in the summer-ish, there's going to be an opportunity for you. To you know, to get a piece of land that you like. Feels positive. But the decision will be yours ultimately, but you will have the chance this summer to build, to find a piece of land that you might want to build on. It's not really, I don't think it's 100% set in stone, but the opportunity will arise. So I hope that helps, and good luck.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, Cheri, and thank you, Leah. We're going to move to Timber Body for Jennie. What is my life path?
So yeah, this sounds crazy too. I kind of like see it on a farm, not necessarily not a farm necessarily that's growing food, but a farm that's an animal farm, like cows and goats and outside. I see that outside of that. So what's your life path like? Well, I'd have to say your life path was to be a farmer. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's just. So you don't have to be a real farmer. That could be a metaphor. You could be a farmer of people. You could be a farmer of great ideas. You could be a farmer of getting people together. But I get your life path is to be a farmer. I'm sorry.
But I love that.
I don't even know what to say. It sounds crazy.
It's okay because, the sitter is to take that information in and to understand it in their own way and make it's going to mean something to Timber Body. And we don't need to put our idea on it, even though you've given him her, he, whatever.
I mean, that's what I got.
Ideas. about
100%.
how many ways you can look at that. So
Yeah,
this
that
is
can be a
what
metaphor. It can seriously be a
and this
metaphor.
is- right. And this is what your Akashic Record Masters have said. So that's great information, and absolutely listen to that. And thank you so much for that, Timber Body, and thank you for that great reading, Jenny. And let's see. I'm going down to, we're almost out of these questions. I'm sure there's more in the chat. Hypnicity would like to have a reading about my time with Madame Blavatsky, the Theosophical Society. She
Right.
wrote many metaphysical books on.
Hi, Hypnicity. Thanks for your question. Let's see what we can find out for you. I'm seeing you as initially in this life that you were a man, and you started out being like a caretaker at the home, whether it was doing yard work or handyman kind of things. But you became, you were exposed to her teachings and what she was about. You weren't just a hired worker in the sense that you did interact with her. There was more of a relationship. Not saying necessarily a romantic relationship, but it wasn't just put the check in the mail and, see you next month. You were influenced by her teachings. So in this way, what you were doing, you didn't get real involved in it, but through what you were doing to help her maintain her lifestyle, you were assisting her to do the work she was doing. She was very appreciative of your efforts, and she knew she could depend on you. And that's what they have to say. So that's helpful, Hypnicity. You're muted, Val.
I'm muted because my hubby is making food, making noise. Sorry, everyone. So I was saying thank you, Juno, for that beautiful message, and thank you, Hypnicity, for that question. And I have Rossi for Cheri. Is there anything you can tell me about my most recent past life and anything I can improve from it?
You need to have more determination, but in the sense that like you need to take a stand. You need to make a decision and go for it. You're wobbling on something, or you're not sure of something, and you need to jump. It's like you're hemming and hawing, and you need just to make the decision and go with it. You need to you just need to jump. You've been contemplating certain things, or your certain beliefs and all that. You need to just go for it, and you need to trust. Also, you need to trust in what you get. That you have to not question it. You have to trust. And until you make that leap of faith and make that decisions that you've been contemplating or unsure of, and until you totally trust yourself, you're not going to get any farther. So you need to just take that leap of faith and trust in what your intuition tells you, what your gut intuition, and don't always questioning it. They're saying trust in it, trust in what spirit is telling you. And to be able to move forward, you're going to have to trust. And until you can make that leap of faith and do that trust, you're kind of be in this limbo type of situation. But as soon as you can get that trust, and you'll take off. But until you do that, you're going to be in this. They showed me like the tarot card, the full balancing, not really getting anywhere, just going like this. And you just need to go for it, and you need to trust in yourself. And that's your biggest hurdle right now, is to have faith. And they said we won't steer you wrong, so just to trust. And that is your biggest obstacle right now. But once you get that, you're going to take off. That's the key right now to moving forward for you.
Thank you, Cheri. That was beautiful. Helps. Thank you. Thank you, Rossi, for that question. And for Jenny, we have Lalima, who is asking, would like an Akashic reading on the obstacles and challenges she's facing.
Okay, so it's the same thing, trust. So you have obstacles and challenges, but trust in the divine source. Trust in your guides and angels. Trust in, I'm getting from in your doctors. Trust in your doctors. Wow. So, and having trust is, it's not that easy. If you're facing something that's really scary or challenging, having trust is not that easy. But sometimes you have to just throw it up in the air and just say, you know what? There's nothing I can do about it. There's absolutely nothing I can do about this. I'm just going to put one foot in front of the other into whatever it is. And I'm just going to trust that my guides and angels and spirit has my back. And that's all I can do. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I have to say. Unless you have something if you have another question, that would be fine. But honestly, it's just you got to just throw it all to the wind and walk right into it. It's like walking into into a tornado. It's like you got to walk into it and trust that you're going to be protected. You're going to be fine. You're going to come out of this. No matter what, you're going to come out of this. So, and I feel that very, very strongly.
That sounds fantastic.
Walk into the hurricane and just say, okay. Because sometimes, you face things that are kind of life and death, and you're just like, well, okay, whatever happens, I got to do it. So I think you're going to be fine. I really do. And I feel that you have all this light and protection around you. And you have a lot of light and protection around you. And I think that's from your passed on family members. They're with you. They're with you. They're standing beside you and around you. and you're going to be fine. So, yeah.
Well, that's very beautiful. Thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you, Lilima, for that question. And the next goes to Juno. Steve Watts is asking, I'd be most grateful for an Akashic Records reading to help me on my new journey of discovery and light. Mickey, not Steve. So it's somebody named Mickey, Mikki. So, Mickey, is there any way you can get a little more specific about
Mickey.
that? I don't know if you have already, and I wasn't reading the chat, but here's some more. Oh no. So on your spiritual journey, any tips that the Akashic Record Masters can give you as you're starting out on your new journey? We'll say it like that.
Hi, Mickey. Thanks for your question. Although it seems really daunting when you're contemplating the beginnings of such a tremendous journey, it's that old adage of it begins with, the journey of 1,000 miles or something like that begins with just one step. And then another step, and then another step. And they're showing me you walking on a beach kind of slowly, one step after the other. And the point of showing it on the beach is because it shows your footprints really easily. Because the next thing you know, you're going to be kind of walking fast and then faster, and then you're going to be in a nice run, a nice comfortable run, not somebody's chasing you run. But you're going to, in other words, you're going to be the as you go step by step, it's going to pick up pace and will be kind of like the ball rolling downhill, gaining speed. And then you're going to look back and see how far you've come, because you're going to be able to see all those footprints in the sand behind you, all that coastline that you ran along. You're saying the coastline is important because it's the mark of delineation between the water, the emotional side, and the earth, the grounded side. So as long as you stay still connected to spirit, but you're grounded, you will be supported on this path. Staying in integrity is vital. And know that you have a tremendous amount of support, and this community here is just one of the many places you can find it. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you, Mickey.
Thank you, Juno, and thank you, Mickey, for that question. And although it seems a rather odd Akashic Record Master's question for Cheri, Amanda's birthday is today. And she wanted a reading on success, comfortable progress towards stability in the coming year. So I don't know, Cheri, it's
Okay, we'll see what I get.
okay.
They said stability is within you. It's all in how you look at everything and how you deal with the situation. So I'm not sure if you're talking about, I'm just going with what they tell me. If you're in a rough situation, your stability will depend on how you deal with that instability. That things, how can I explain this? Even in our most troubled times, we can help ourselves or hurt ourselves. So it's all in how you deal with the year to come, to how you feel as far as stability goes. So if you're giving they're not really, other than telling me that it's all in how you deal with the year to come to how your stability will be. It's perspective. It's staying, you're saying staying focused, staying grounded. I feel like you're worried about money. I don't know if that's true. Are you talking about money? I feel money, that you want to know if it's stable. And there are things you could do to make it more stable. And it's how you deal with the situations that arise is going to depend on how stable you are with that situation.
Right. And that's what she says. I just found the question. It says, I know it's a bit vague, financial stability at the moment. That's what
Okay.
Yeah, you kind of answered that.
Okay. And so that's what they're saying. It's going to be a bit rough and you're going to have some ups and downs, but it's all in how you deal with it. That is going to make the difference between feeling like you're being knocked off your feet and at least feeling like you're hanging on, if that makes sense. That you have options. And I don't think you're not seeing all your options right now, but you have options more than you know. They're saying to investigate a little bit, to look, whatever your financial problems is, there's resources that you're not seeing, to investigate, to do some research. And there's things out there that could probably help you improve your situation. They're saying maintain a level head. Don't freak out when stuff happens. Take your deep breath. Say, okay, pull it apart piece by piece. How can we deal with this? Even in your tough times, they said that's what's going to get you through if you have a tough time. But there's more resources out there that, and you're not seeing them. Try and look at it from a different perspective. But there are places out there to help you, and you're going to be fine. Even if it doesn't seem, you're going to be fine. Just maintain a level head, take deep breaths. The sun's always going to come up tomorrow, no matter what. And there's resources for you, and stay on top of everything. Don't wait to the last minute and then try and figure it out. As soon as something happens, start working on it from day one. And you'll make it through. If you stay on top of it, keep a level head, and look out there, investigate. There's resources, and let's face it, in this country, probably even I'm not sure where you're at, they're not always good about putting resources out there for us to know about.
But they're there.
But they're there, exactly. But there is help for you there. For it.
The safety nets are there.
Right.
You have to dig.
Exactly. You're going to have to dig for that safety net. But you're going to come through it okay. You're going to be fine. At the end of the year, you might be like, oh, but you're going to make it. You're going to be fine.
Thank you. That was beautiful. And happy birthday, Amanda Carroll.
Can I add one little thing for Amanda?
Sure.
Just on a practical note, there's a hotline you can call that's 211. You just dial 211 and you get connected with a person that can help you find these resources. You can tell them your situation and the kind of things that you need help with. And I believe it's a national thing. So, and they've been really helpful through the pandemic for me. And they were more than just just an operator they were more kind of like counselors that kind of helped you through stuff. They're understanding when you have to explain your situation, in other words. So you might find some help there, and not just for Amanda, but anyone who has questions about anything, offices of the aging, your local county office of the aging can also be a great resource depending on your age bracket. So
there's tons of stuff out there they don't tell you about. I found out help from when we were halfway through COVID that they didn't even tell anybody about, and we ended up getting so much help, but I had to dig. So Google can be your best friend.
Even in South Carolina, there's a council, a statewide council on aging, and
Yeah, Ohio
they
too.
help you. Like if I don't even know how to describe this. So you can qualify for grants for certain things that you don't have to pay back, and
that's great.
it's there. So look for them. Look for it
Yeah,
wherever
you
you
gotta
are.
dig.
Look for it.
Yeah,
Yep.
look
Right.
for it. So that is really great information, really great. And on another note, Bora Bora Janet is saying happy 100th birthday to my mom, Helen, on Christmas.
Wow!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
That's awesome.
Helen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Happy birthday. So this community is so beautiful. So I just want to say, before I close the records, we're going to do a clearing for everyone, not just the people who have read, but all the people sitting in this energy have collectively opened their records up to be cleared of, like things that we've all just covered. So who would like to do the clearing today?
I'll pass because I don't have it available to read. So
it's either me or Cheri.
Let me see if I have mine here.
I have it. I can do it.
Okay, why don't you do it then?
Okay, I'll do it. Okay,
I did it last time. I'll do it next time.
Okay, yeah, we'll just take turns. Okay, so everybody take a deep breath. Inhale through the nose, hold at the top, and exhale, just like Val did in the beginning. Deep breath, hold at the top, exhale. Another one, deep breath. Let go. So everyone in the chat, everyone watching later, hopefully, Akashic will be put on the best timeline and healed or cleared. So Akashic Records Masters, we request a clearing and healing for everyone in the chat and everyone that's going to watch later today of all resentments, hurts, grief, blame, anger, and everything else, illness, to allow for a complete and deep forgiveness and healing of everybody in the chat and all concerned. We ask for this healing in all cellular structures, in all space and time, in all dimensions and densities, and in space in between, in all past lives, in all future lives, in all ancestral lines, in all timelines, for the highest good of everyone in the chat and everyone coming later, and the highest good of all humanity, and the highest timeline of all concerned. We ask that this be cleared and healed to facilitate deep forgiveness for all of us, for the highest good and the highest good of all concerned. Akashic Records Masters, we thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
Wow, that was powerful. Wow, waves of energy.
So Val's told us that sometimes the healing energy takes between now, or it could be like 6 months or later, but it happens. It comes through and it happens, but the energy may take a while if you're ill or something. It may take a while.
or have resistance.
It does work, right?
Right. It definitely is there and ready to work through you at the right timing for you.
Mhm.
So you might look back in 3 months and go, wow, I'm in a totally different mindset. I don't even recognize myself from 3 months ago. You'll just suddenly look back and go, what? Wow. How did I get to this great place?
Exactly.
So, it's just an amazing force how this works. So I just want to thank everyone for being in the chat and our.
You gonna close the records? You close the records.
Let me close the records. Thank you for reminding me. And so I would like to close the records of everyone in the chat, all of us here gathered today, and all of those who will watch in the future after they have seen this whole entire show. We are closing the records, and I would like to thank the close by thanking the light for the truth. I would like to close by thanking the light for the healing energy. I would like to close by thanking the light for the guidance and compassion toward our soul's purpose. And with this, we lock the records of this wonderful group here today and all those who watch to the end of this video. And so now the records are closed. So thank you all for participating. And thank you to our magnificent Akashic record readers. You guys blew my socks off.
It's
again.
not us. It's the records masters.
Oh my
We
gosh.
just listen.
I can't even, it was just so remarkable. Holy cow. So
Thanks
all
for
of you-
having us, Val. It really
Yeah,
is,
it's my
you know, we
pleasure.
love this
Yes, thank
opportunity
you.
to be here, and I
Yeah.
appreciate Jenny and Cheri, and I hope we can do this again.
Oh my gosh, it was just 11111. I looked up. and
Oh,
wow.
oh,
and now
oh.
it's 11.
Wow.
So I just want to say, go like and subscribe to Jenny, Starfish Jennie, and Cheri Trancing with Spirit, and Juno of Juno Spirit. Go like and subscribe on their channels, book a reading with any of them. Absolutely amazing Akashic record readers. You will be blown away as you were here today. And there's nothing like a full and complete reading to clear so much out of your way, enabling you to really accept so much more light and information. And as we're going through this awakening process on this earth plane here now. So this is really facilitating everyone's moving ahead and their spiritual growth. So thank you all for being here. And thank you, my wonderful readers, Jenny, Cheri, Juno, and we'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for being with us.
Bye.
We love
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.